In this episode, I'll be asking our candidates some IELTS Speaking Part 1 questions on education. As you may already know, education is one of the most frequent topics in any language exam, so it's always a good idea to be prepared. Let's get started. Let's talk about university. What did you study in university? Well, I majored in computer science because I've always been fascinated by technology since I can remember. And I was thrilled once I found out I got into IT in a top-tier university. Well is a good way of beginning a response, especially when you need a few seconds to wrap your mind on what you're going to say. Major in is a phrasal verb. It's a more sophisticated synonym to study when you're talking about your main field of education in university, and it can help you score higher on vocabulary. Let's look at some more examples. I'm majoring in fine arts at the moment. She decided to major in political science. Thrilled is an adjective meaning excited and is a less common way of saying excited and is a stronger adjective. Let's look at more examples. They were so thrilled to hear about the baby. I'm absolutely thrilled that you're coming to my party. A top-tier university means a good university that is among the top universities. It's an adjective that you could use to describe other organizations or institutions as well. Now, let's look at more sentences. She landed a job at a top-tier law firm. Their language school is second-tier compared to ours. What did you like best about your university? I would say that apart from teachers who were really helpful and supportive, I also liked how equipped the computer labs were. Those were my favorite places to hang out in. They always made sure that all the computers were running at peak performance, and every single student could have access to one at any given time. I would say is one way to start giving your opinion on something. It means I think or in my opinion. Let's look at more examples.
As far as filmmaking is concerned, I would say he will be the future star. Why do you think he wasn't happy about your promotion? I would say he was jealous.
Run at peak performance is a collocation used to talk about equipment or pieces of machinery, meaning working properly. Here are more examples. As long as it can deliver the voltage needed, it can run at peak performance. What would you do to improve your university? As far as I'm concerned, it would be far more practical if there were a more hands-on approach to subjects that are considered important in the job market. I'm not sure what's happening now, but back then there were more explanations than practice, and it was up to every individual student to improve their skills. The phrase, as far as I'm concerned, is a useful discourse marker, and you can use it when you want to give your personal opinion on something. It means I think or in my opinion. Let's look at some more examples. Janice told me the book was an interesting read, but as far as I'm concerned, it was an incredible waste of time. Do you think you will continue in this field of study? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do my master's program in Leeds University since I've already got the admission, and after that, I'll probably go on to do my PhD as well. Absolutely is a good way to give a strong yes answer to a yes-no question. As a matter of fact is a useful marker to add more information that is a bit unexpected for the listener based on what you have said in your previous sentences. Here are some more examples. I know your uncle very well. As a matter of fact, we had dinner together last night. Occasionally, in parts 1 and 3 of the IELTS Speaking, you'll be asked questions about hypothetical imaginary situations. Let's take a look at some of the structures that we could use to talk about such situations.
In order to talk about hypothetical situations in the present, you can use the phrase I wish plus past simple. I wish I had enough money to buy this car. I wish I could speak French. Another way to talk about hypothetical situations in the present is to use second conditional. If I could speak French, I would definitely get the job. If I had more time, I could take up tennis.
There are often questions in parts 1 and 3 of the IELTS speaking about future. So you'll have to make a future prediction or talk about your plans. Here are some possible structures we could use to talk about predictions or plans.
In order to make predictions or talk about plans, you could use future continuous, that is, will be plus the ing form of the verb. I think in 10 years' time, people will be taking space holidays. This time next year, I'll be studying medicine in the UK. Another way to talk about plans and predictions is to use the phrase be going to plus the simple form of the verb. I'm going to start looking for another job soon. I'm sure she's going to like the gift. In speaking, you can reduce the phrase going to gonna. I'm gonna start looking for another job soon. I'm sure she's gonna like the gift.